with the squirrel song, we'll do it.
Yes!
I avoid that like the plague.
It's just fun.
Yes, it's so much fun.
It's fun. It's not.
Other folks hungry somewhere in the world, but it won't be here. Daddy found a dead squirrel. Well, Sissy and Mama walked the Walmart road too. Found some panties by the turnoff and some high heel shoes. Mama said some slut lost him out the bed of a truck. And that slut's misfortune is Sissy's good luck. Well, they made it home with taters from the big dump bin. Mama says it's hard to reach, but she lowered Sissy in. Daddy says he's proud of his hard-working girls and want the taters taste good with that stewed pot swirl. Daddy found a dead squirrel, he's going in the pot. Won't the neighbors come knocking when they smell what we got? Daddy says we're boiling so he lasts for 3 days. Well, I like mine better roasted, but it ain't my say. Daddy says we'll stew him so he won't get stiff. Slow boil to make him fall to little bits. Other folks hungry somewhere in the world, but it won't be here. Daddy found a dead squirrel. Daddy says all bow your head now and close your eyes. And let's give thanks to Jesus for our supper tonight. Thank you for them short smokes and that T-bird too. And thank you for that wine, and thank you for the stew. And thank you for that squirrel out by the center line. And the driver of the car that hit his behind. And I yelled out, God bless Daddy a lot, cause Daddy found a dead squirrel, he's going in the pot. That's a very romantic love song. I never meant to cause you any trouble. To cause you any pain. I only want to see you laughing. I only want to see you laugh in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. In the purple rain, I never want to be a weekend lover. I only want to be some kind of friend. I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you laugh in the purple rain. do one more here and then turn it over to Joe Dan for another round of
Mary Ann's got to play.
Mary Ann's gonna play, bring it
No,
on.
Mary Ann didn't bring her guitar or anything.
Mary Ann, there are guitars
If you don't
abundant.
know one song.
I do not know one
Oh,
song.
give it a rest, you were here Sunday.
Honest to God, I know no songs about music.
No song about
Let me see if I
You were here Sunday.
music. The lyrics are back there.
Okay, I'm gonna play a song that I don't play but like once every, well actually I don't play it hardly at all, but Memorial Day is coming up, and this song was written for my sister's son who was killed as a result of the Iraq War. And let's see, let's try to do it. We'll try this one. I don't do this, I just wrote it and every now and then I break it out and play it for myself and occasionally, rarely others. So, I guess you could call it a folk song, I'm not sure.
chords are all wrapped around your feet.
You're about to pull your guitar off because your cords are wrapped around each other to your guitars. And you pulled on it.
I'm not going anywhere, I'll sit here. But I do need some glasses. Do you have some glasses?
Oh, yeah. Don't mind seeing him in my silver glasses.
Jim, can you hear this guitar out there?
You can, and I don't know if that mic is on, but
Testing,
the other
testing.
is tuned on this mic.
Oh, no, this is plugged in,
Okay, here.
so,
Glasses.
glasses, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jack, Scrum, listen to that, let me get it started.
How's that? Okay, here we go. Where do you travel, my fair-haired son? Where do you go with that hard face and gun? Do you hear the voice that speaks to the young? And do you answer some call from the land to your blood? Oh, must you go now in the first days of spring? Oh, tarry till winter and the turning from green, till life does not course through the veins of the trees. Oh, grant you to smile once more with me. Oh, what must I say to the field where you've roamed, to the garden we've loved, to the room in my home? Shall I say you'll return to the hearth of your name, but a free lad no longer with countenance changed? My God, I feel fear your hand slip from mine, cross eternal hope and the expanse of time, cross rivers of heart where both our bloods flow, to a pool of reflection where I may not go. Oh, who shall I tell that I call out your name, or the sea that bore you where your life was claimed, in the hours before dawn that you drew our last moment of death. Oh, what shall I tell to the night when it comes? What shall I say to the harsh noonday sun? Oh, what could I pray when I lay down to sleep? For the touch of my son and the coming of peace.
Joanne, you ready to let her rip? Or you want another one?
Hey, go ahead and do another one.
Okay.
What was the name of that one?
David's song.
Did you
Yeah.
write that?
Huh?
Did you write it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. That's another one. Let's see. Well, this is one my wife likes, so I'll play it. This is another original. Let's see.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, this one's called If He Means That Much to You. Completely different. Somewhat sad, of course. You need the pick on that one.
Well, here we both stand, me holding your hand, just like the first time we met. But this is goodbye, you say it's time, all I can feel is desperate. One more touch, my life for a kiss. But there's a new voice calling you. To your heart you say, you must be true. I thought you were mine, and I feel like a fool that he means that much to you. Well, I watch you go, somehow I know my heart will not let me let go. I wasn't prepared for you not to care. I feel like my eyes will explode. I don't want to see, don't want to hear goodbye. But you've made my choices for me. With hands outstretched, I watch you leave. And there's nothing even God can do if he means that much to you. Well, here I remain, whispering your name into this panicked illusion. trying to touch what I miss so much, and there's just too much confusion. Hate or break, love or cry, maybe live or die. I'm losing my soul and my mind, wishing I was born both deaf and blind, to never have heard the last final truth that he means that much to you. And each time I call out your name, night swallows my voice up again, and echoes till sure my heart's broken in two. And he means that much to you.
Work on the point system.
Duly noted.
Yeah. This one is called You Say It's the Moon, and it's kind of a light jazz tune.
I think you need to dedicate it.
This is dedicated to, golly, who would I dedicate it to? Oh, to my lovely wife.
No. No.
No. Oh, Allie.
He's pretending he doesn't know.
Well, I know they're getting married.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought you were saying for yourself.
I'm not that greedy.
Not that point system.
This point system.
That system, follow the finger.
The index.
Oh, I'm supposed to follow.
The index finger. Like you want.
Again, there.
You say it's the moon, making me crazy, playing my heart like a fine violin. You say it's the soft light of a heavenly glow, brings me back again and again. Maybe you're right, and I'm enchanted by some magic. It could be true, but for the moment I see things clearly. Well, it's not the moon, it's you. You say it's a fancy, a frivolous thought that makes me long for your smile. You say it's the romance of a heavenly flame that burns just for a while. Well, say what you will, just love me with one kiss to last my whole life through. And there's just one light that shines for me. No, it's not the moon, it's you. You say it's the moon, line, and the tide will soon rise and fall. I just know my heart feels like it's flying, making me give you my all. There's things beyond my comprehension, things I don't understand, but one I do. I love you daytime, nighttime, all the time. No, it's not the moon, it's you.
Wow.
Here's one that Neil Diamond and I wrote together.
Good. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You go, that's good.
She said you go, she didn't say oh no, she said
Okay, she said go, okay.
go.
We went to the movies, I forgot what we saw. On the way to your house, it didn't matter at all. I put my arm around you and hit some kind of switch, and what happened next nearly put us in the ditch. I said, whoa, Nellie, put on the brakes, I just wanted a kiss on our first date. I said, whoa, Nellie, put your clothes back on, I can't leave you naked on your front lawn. The Catholic school must have been too much. You caught on fire with a single touch. Your dad is waiting and our time's run late. You're driving me crazy and we're at your gate. I said, whoa, Nellie, put on the brakes, I just wanted a kiss on our first date. I said, whoa, Nellie, put your clothes back on, I can't leave you naked on your front lawn. Someone is looking out your front line, and I'm stripping off like I've lost my mind. Next thing I know, they're banging on the glass, but I'm going for the gold and my exit has passed. I say, whoa, Nellie, put on the brakes, I just wanted a kiss on our first date. I said, whoa, Nellie, put your clothes back on, I can't leave you naked on your front lawn. Yeah, that one was a, I'll tell you a little bit about this next song very shortly. No, this is the reggae song.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, this is a reggae song. What I do is each month I switch genres so you don't get stale in the way that you play or in the style of music that you're playing. So jazz one month, easy listening one month, on and on. Anyway, we had a friend of ours who was passing away from cancer, and she was a trip. I'm talking about, she's been dead now for how long? 5 years, and left a footprint like a dinosaur. I'm talking, you know, a massive footprint in our lives. And as she was dying, she was in Santa Fe, and at their place in Santa Fe, and she called us on the phone and she said, I have booked you to play music when you get here. And she had about a week and a half left to live. And she said, I've booked you to play at a festival. And I said, okay, that's all right. And she said, it's a reggae festival. And I said, you are aware that I don't play reggae music, I don't write reggae music, I don't listen to reggae music. I said, how's this supposed to work? And she said, well, just come on. I said, okay. Well, we got there on a Monday, and she was not feeling well. And I said, look, you know, you're not feeling very well, why don't we just postpone the Saturday reggae festival? And she said, we're going. And I said, well, okay, you know, I let it go. Wednesday rolled around and she was doing worse, and I said, look, you know, why don't we just stay here and have some green chili stew and enjoy life and talk and this and that? And she said, we are going to the festival. And of course I was doing that for me, not for her, because I had no idea what the hell to play at a reggae festival. And Friday comes around and I'm just almost on my knees, you know, for God's sake, don't make me play at a reggae festival. And she says, we are going, and don't mention it again. And I said, I didn't even bring a guitar. And she said, you borrow one and get up there. And I said, all right. Saturday comes, we drag her wheelchair up the side of a mountain, a place called Road, New Mexico, to an event called Reggae Under the Mesa. And there were Jamaican guys there blowing blunts. There was an old school bus and an old Airstream trailer painted with peace signs and all this. It was like stepping back into the late 60s. And
Lots of hippies.
hippies everywhere, you know, flowing dresses and dancing around everything. And it came my time to play. And I got up and I said, I represent the East Texas Reggae Society. and so I started off with the squirrel song. And people just kind of stopped what they were doing and looked at me, you know, and I tried to play it with kind of a, you know, like that, but it didn't go over that, you know. So then I went to the kitty song, which is a very tragic song.
Play the kitty song.
Yeah, and one person walked over to her and said, he's losing his audience. And because it was
Kevin told me that.
came and told her that, it was a horrific, I mean, and I figured, what the heck, go for it, you know. So I did the kitty song and I put some to that also. And after I got through and they caught on with the fact that both of them were humorous songs, they loved it. And some guy walks up and he was a doctor. He was a doctor.
Because a lot
For
of us were
hospice.
hospice workers.
Yeah, and he walks up and he says, can I join the East Texas Reggae Society? I said, in fact, you will be the only member. Sure, you can join. So when I got back home, I wrote a reggae song. And just for the heck of it. And she passed away just a few days after that, like 3 days later. And but what a trip. I'm talking, you ought to try not playing reggae music and going to perform at a reggae festival. You needed to smoke whatever it was they were having there, but I didn't get an opportunity for that. But so here we go. This is a reggae tune kind of thing. I've been working very, very hard trying to get next to you. You keep saying I never, never will. What am I supposed to do? You make it hard, woman. You make it hard to be a man. You make it hard, woman. You make it as hard as you can. I've been laying in my bed every night, dreaming of your sweet love. You keep hiding out of my sight, and the dream is not enough. You make it hard, woman. You make it hard to be a man. You make it hard, woman. You make it as hard as you can. I've been looking all the time, hoping you'll look at me too. But woman, you give me the evil one eye, and that's all I get from you. You make it so hard, woman. Make it hard to be a man. You make it hard, woman. You make it as hard as you can. Can no live by food, no food alone. Man need a woman, see. Why you wanna love from everyone, but you don't want love from me. You make it hard, woman. You make it hard to be a man. You make it hard, woman. Make it as hard as you can. That's a reggae tune.
Oh, you should do the kitty song. There are some here who have never heard the kitty song.
These young whippersnappers have never heard.
That's right. They've never heard the kitty song.
Okay. You don't want to hear like the Jews for Jesus first and kind of, yeah.
No, let's do
Yeah, let's do Jews for Jesus first.
Jack, you're procrastinating.
Yeah. Jews for Jesus was a remarkable tune in that when we go to New York, we first go by Matt Humanoff's guitar store, which is the oldest guitar store in New York, and then we go to, it's a pilgrimage, then you go to Rocco's Bakery, and then you go to Washington Square Park, where Bob Dylan and Joan Baez and everybody else played there, and it's still just like
Peter
that.
Yarrow
Peter Yarrow. Actually, the last time we were there, I got to play at the Bitter Inn, which is a coffee house where Neil Diamond, Bob Dylan, everybody else got their start. It's on an old beat-up stage, and it was quite the event, I thought. But we were in Washington Square Park one day, and a guy walked by, and I was playing. You know, you can buy a guitar when I'm there for $75, and you know, an old clunker, and anyway, this guy is walking about 15 feet by, and he looks at me and he says, he doesn't say anything, he's got these brochures in his hand. And he starts to walk towards me, and then he turns and starts to walk away. And I said, hey buddy, I don't bite, come here, what you got? And he came over and he stuck a brochure in my hand and just took off like a scalded dog, I didn't know if East Texas was showing through, or if he thought I was going to club him or what. But anyway, I thought, oh well, go ahead. I opened it up, and it was called Jews for Jesus. And it was about the Jewish movement in New York to have Jews for Jesus. And I sat there and I thought, that has a heck of a ring to it. And so I got a pen, and on the back of this brochure, I wrote a song called Jews for Jesus. And so here it is. Kind of a Bob Dylan-ish kind of song. Morning down in Washington Square, there were Jews for Jesus everywhere. Leastwise, everywhere I looked, in one direction is all it took. Eternal mystery in the air, there were Jews for Jesus everywhere. Noonday down at Washington Square, there were bongo beaters beating Beware. And most had sandals on their feet, to sweating poets kept the beat. I closed my eyes but became scared as the bongo beaters beat Beware. Evening down at Washington Square, there were happy children dancing there, holding hands and skipping free, and it all made perfect sense to me. A blink a day, a life a season, all in time, all for a reason. Well, I'm getting up from Washington Square, gonna become a rich folks' covert au pair. I'll teach their kids to dream and listen and change the world instead of sitting. Nothing ever changed from laying in the grass except where the chiggers bit my ass. Invert and multiply just ain't enough, gotta change top down and bottom up. Yeah, morning down in Washington Square, there were Jews for Jesus everywhere. Leastwise, everywhere I looked, in one direction's all it took. Eternal mystery in the air, there were Jews for Jesus everywhere. Walsh said about, Rocky Mountain Way, actually, he said, if I'd known when I wrote that song that I would have to play it every day for the rest of my life, he said I would not have written it. But the Kitty song is, a little more popular than Joe Walsh, but well, old Mama Cat had kittens 3, a black one, a white one, a calico-y. And they'd run and they'd fun in the bright warm sun. They'd laugh and they'd play in the old oak shade, under the stairs at the back of the house, chasing a cricket or maybe a mouse. And they'd never cry 'cause life is good. They wash little paws just like they should. But you and I know the kitties must die. You and I, we know the kitties must die. There's too many kitties, too many puppies, too many televangelists, and too many yuppies inside and outside my mind. And you and I know the kitties must die.
today from a somewhat sad Miss O'Shea. And she said, you know, it's a downright pity I just can't keep these 3 little kitties. So I jump in my truck and I grab my net, and I'm getting excited, but I'm not there yet. And there they are in the tall green grass, and I jump from my truck and I grab their ass. And I say, hey kitties, let's go for a ride down to the shelter at your new home, where my helper is waiting with a good gas on. For you and I, we know the kitties must die. You and I know the kitties must die. There's too many kitties, too many puppies, too many televangelists, and too many yuppies, inside and outside my mind. And you and I know the kitties must die.
That song is written so that people will get their.
We'll get their animals spayed.
Puppies spayed and neutered.
That's what it was written for.
Poor Shannon didn't know whether to cry or laugh.
Now I will sing you perhaps the greatest love song I ever wrote. This is called, well, I'm not even going to give you the name. It's in Spanish, by the way, partially. For those of you that know Spanish, those of you that don't, it's still a beautiful love song.
Dos huevos revueltos, dos huevos revueltos, mi amor. Dos huevos revueltos, mi amor, y tú. Con tocino, tocino, tocino. Es los tigres tocino, por favor. No quiero otro, no quiero otro esta coche. No quiero otro, no quiero otro coche esta mi niños. Chuletón de res sin hueso, Tasuni, mis niños, Tasuni, no me hagas parar el carro, trocito de los, el bagre. Pastelitos de pavo on the lado, por favor, más café. Es una grandes dientes melones, está bien melón maduro. Zanahorias pequeñas, mantequilla. Es más mantequilla, sumi.
of that song is, I went to Brookshire's one day and they had their flyer in Spanish. And I can't speak Spanish, but I went home and I took all the stuff from their flyer, like dos huevos revueltos is 2 scrambled eggs. Let's see,
Montague.
big melons.
Yeah.
We got that one in there. And we got
Montague.
Montague is butter, which I love.
And
Con tocino is with bacon.
Yes.
And the one that I picked up from someone else after I got to writing it was, how do you say, don't make me stop this car? And that was no quiero alta este coche mi niños. And so all that came together to make the Dos Huevos Revueltos, the song of love. And now if y'all are ready to go, you can certainly hook up.
Jack, can you sing the last song you wrote? Whatever that is.
No, I can't. I just put music to it last night and
Hasn't written his last song.
Well,
How about the second to last
You have
song?
not written your last song.
there are too many. If I don't have it in front of me, I can play some more songs. I got $1 in my pocket, a nickel in my shoe, and now you want to tell me it's $1.06 to make sweet love to you. Honey, cut me a deal. Baby, cut me a deal. I know I lack cold hard cash, but honey, hear my sex appeal and cut me a deal. I offered you my lucky rabbit's foot and a stick of Wrigley spearmint too. But now you say that rabbit's foot is some kind of broke, 'cause juicy fruit is all you'll chew. Honey, cut me a deal. Baby, cut me a deal. You got me desperate, don't you know that I'll beg, borrow, or steal? Just cut me a deal. I got a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a big red soda to boot, and you can have them both and I'll throw in my Twinkie if you let me get next to you. Baby, cut me a deal. Baby, cut me a deal. I ain't hungry for nothing except your love. Won't you give me a little something to feel? Baby, cut me a deal. Some of them get pretty sad. Well, I don't think I know who I'm talking to. Say the time for goodbye is long overdue, but my heart won't believe what my mind says is true. Well, it's just starting for me, but it's over for you. It's over for you. You say your love for me died a long time ago, and it's hard to believe that I didn't know that what this fool called love, you now call being used. But it's just starting for me, but it's over for you. It's over for you. For God's sake, slow down. Well, I need some time between being in love
losing my mind. Must you be so damned hard to drive your point through? It's just starting for me, but it's over for you. It's over for you.
No more, you want to go home?
We have to leave, I have to take some.
Okay, well, that pretty much wraps it up, then the rest of you don't vote. What is it, only like 25% of the people in America vote, so now we're down to 25%, so we're screwed. Oh, be that way, just go ahead, yeah.
You need to do the Neil Diamond song.
Okay, Neil Diamond song. Neil Diamond song coming up. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you for coming by. Bella, we look forward to more presentations in the future.
I believe it's the 3rd.
Okay, third Friday of the month. Bring it on.
Awesome.
We're gonna make some noise about it next time.
All right, here we go. Here's a Neil Diamond song. Dream only you. Where I am, what I am, what I believe in. Hallelujah, dream. Wanting only you. And she comes and I run just like the wind will. Hallelujah. Sing the song. Sing a song of songs. Sing it out. Sing it strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the sun in the dead of the night, and the sun gonna rise in the sky. Touch a man who can walk upright, and the lame man, he's gonna fly. And I fly. And I fly. Let it be filled with tomorrow.
You need to go eat.
Y'all can carry on, but I gotta go home.
Thanks for coming, Brandon.
Oh,
Any-
yeah.
Any requests?
And y'all get ready for my guitar. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll do one more, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, why not?
We'll do the Bee Gees one.
Bee Gees. Stay alive. Which one's that? Which Bee Gees?
There's a light, certain kind of light that never shone on me, and I want my life to be live with you, live with you. There's a way, what everybody says, each and every little thing, but what good does it bring if I ain't got you? I ain't got you, baby. You don't know what it's like, baby. You don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. In my brain, I see your face again, and I know my frame of mind, and you ain't got to be so blind, and I am blind, so very blind, but I'm a man. See what I am? Well, I live and breathe for you, but what good does it do if I ain't got you? I ain't got you, baby. You don't know what it's like, and baby, you don't know what it's like now to love somebody, love somebody the way I love you. Ah, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. We could end with this one.
What? Oh, you got nothing?
Let's see. Goes on day after day, hearts torn in every way, so ferried across the mercy, and always take me there, the place I love. They rush everywhere, each with their own secret care, so very cross the Mersey and always take me there, the place I love. People around every corner, they seem to smile and say, we don't care what your name is, boy, we'll never send you away. So I'll continue to stay here. I always will stay. So ferry cross the Mersey and always take me there, the place I love. Here I'll stay, and here I'll stay.
Right.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Which was, it wasn't Herman's, was it?
Huh?
Was it Peter?
That one, no, that was,
One of the
it wasn't
great-
Herman and the Hermits, it was, just a second, Gary Lewis and Playboys,
Yeah,
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 I believe.
yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
Same known as.
good stuff, Jack.
Thank you, brother.
Young girl, get out of the way. Yes, yes.